are listening to the Law Enforcement Pirate Radio Network. Radio Free Larry presiding.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Radio Free Larry.
All right, here we go again. Buckle up. Rough roads ahead. So again, you know, the politics is bullshit. They wouldn't even protect Jonathan Nichols when they wanted to take him out. That could have been one of their people. All right. Here's one of their things. They'll will you to have a traffic accident. Of course, they willed me to have a speeding ticket, and it happened. And they go, power! Power! That's how they act in their cycles and in their mind. So if you almost hit one of them, not meaning to, that's them. They will people to have accidents and to have accidents against them. Then they sue you. And Satan laughs. We're rich! There's not a single person with money that I can credit with even being okay on the planet. Money is once again condemned. There's no right in Christianity to have a penny. And every penny you have over it, there's a question why you have it. And if you get up into the $100,000 point, then you're probably no longer considered a Christian. Yep, just need to equalize that playing field because y'all sit around all day talking shit about me and talking shit about everyone else. These preachers are crazy fools for the devil. They preach about insanity. Every last one of them's insane. Kill anybody they can that preaches the truth. Oh, so you're like Westboro, or you're like this, or you're like that. They all work for the deep state. And of course, the deep state is the beast. Now, look, when I got here to Oklahoma, how much credibility and credit did the evangelicals have? They're pretty high up on the world stage, weren't they? How much do they have now? Zero. Zilch. The way it should have been. And that I wouldn't have been Lord here. To be killed and crucified. It'll keep decreasing. You're not Christians. Not a single one of you. You're Herod. You're Pilate. Now, some are pulling away. This is a trick that they use because they realize, abandon ship. We're going down. We got to act like something else. All right, we hate Trump. We hate Trump now. Give us money. So what they're going to do is try to take over the anti-Trump narrative. But keep the deep state criminals in there. Keep the secret society murderers. The fake preaching. They're going to keep that in there. Peace on earth and goodwill turn back and kill that person over there. That's how they are. The little mafioso bosses in the pews. So what they did is they pushed my buttons enough that I moved into the wrong place. I know they would be anywhere I would live, but I should have moved over this other place I'm about to drive by, and I'm blessed because they tried. place where I live is so cursed. Look, I didn't curse it directly. I cursed the things that came against me, and your place started falling apart. Mm. It's falling apart, believe me. Not even the money they increased my rent by will pay for all the damages that they have. I think they have insurance, so probably insurance paid for part of it. Hey, y'all made choices, man. Same thing happened in Colorado to the building there. They started to operate me. And that's the worst flood I ever saw. I've never seen an In-Town Suites or a Wood Spring Suites or even any other place have a flood like that. And then they couldn't get anybody to fix it. Same thing happened here. It took them days to get somebody in to fix it. Meanwhile, they got like rivers and lakes forming. God already told me that he was going to make them pay for the water. I didn't know what he meant. I said, because one time I left the water on. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, and God's like, it doesn't cost you anything. You only pay $50 a month or something. And I'm like, oh, okay. But then all of a sudden, everything started falling apart and water's leaking everywhere for like a week. It was like a creek, man. I swear. It was a real creek from a leak. It's rolling down the parking lot and where I used to walk. So they cursed me from walking and broadcasting, but it took their water main to break, and I'm sure it cost them a lot of money in water. Another one of them sports car idiots. I like a Corvette. They all look like Lambos now, huh? That's not even enough for them. They want to harm people. All the money. God tried buying them off by allowing them to have. That wasn't enough. They couldn't stop themselves. So again, the more money you have, the more money you lose, I guess. And all these agents that are and cops that are out there operating, they're in the market now too, man. They losing. They go, well, because we protecting the community from what? From peace and prosperity? From health? From wellness? From salvation? You know, we Christian. They go, yeah, that's why we don't go to church. They know what they're doing. They killed enough people. They crippled enough people off of their program to know exactly what they're doing. But we got money. They're all promised money when this is all over. Some of them are here just working. They actually live in $1 million homes. Like you may live in a poor or a middle class apartment complex or something like that, or neighborhood. They got $1 million homes, man. They just come out there and they buy them a $50,000 home or pay them a $1,200 rent or whatever it is. That's really what's happening. So you think they just the average Joe person, but they actually rich people. That's why they're taking people out in your community. They make you think it's normal for you to act that way, like to be part of the deep state while they're there. Person's got a flaky plate. Only got one screw holding it in. It's crooked. Looks like he just put it on. KZD 838. KZD 838. King Zulu Delta, I think. I don't know. I can't really tell. It's crooked. It's like a D. It could be an Oscar. Could have painted it on. I've seen somebody do that. Wait, what is my exit? Did I miss my exit? Oh, I mean, I missed my exit there. They wanted me to. Mm-hmm. You're not sorry, but you're very sorry. They did not want me to buy a GoPro camera. I figured out that they stole my GoPro camera. That was the target in the break-in in my car. I didn't realize that. Because right after that, because they, again, they're drugging me, they're beating me up psychologically and all that. Because after they stole the GoPro camera, that's when all the stalking increased. Because I can stream live from it. But again, I couldn't even look at my they beat me up so bad I couldn't even get into my safe to look at my video, but it didn't matter. They had figured out some way to erase it because you can break into my safe with that. They shouldn't be allowed to sell those combination locks. If you can break into it and within 2 minutes, I mean, it shouldn't even be for sale. We're not talking about cutting it. Again, I understand cutting it. But if that combination can be revealed within 2 minutes by simply turning that dial and pressing it this way and that way, it didn't look like it took any skill. Where the wheels start binding. So that's what was going on the whole time. I couldn't figure it out. And then when I got the key locks, I couldn't figure it out. But my key locks were in my safe with the with that combination lock on it, because I knew that I actually wanted. I guess you can't have it, but I wanted a safe without a key lock because they can get that key. Anything with a key lock can be picked. Number one. Number two, they can get the key. Because they got cops working. The cops are corrupt, man. They're running human trafficking and sex trafficking and narcotics distribution and fucking contract hits to kill people. They think it's funny. They think it's big. They're the protectors of the world. Where do you think those FBI whistleblowers came from? They're all paranoid now because they're going to start investigating something, which was them. Somebody leaked at the I already got the information. Somebody leaked that those agents were being investigated. And they found something out, so then they went into the whistleblower mode. You cops are murderers, man. You know you're not keeping anything clean or straight. I don't know how many of you are pedophiles to begin with. You know that guy in Kansas City that they're investigating and charged. He's a pedophile. But all the cops will protect you because that's the blue line. I told you back when they did the Cannibal Cop that they were doing that. They created the Cannibal Cop. They sexualized you into that. It's not even. It's like so fake world when they do that. It's not even funny. I mean, it's like you're in a black site. It's like you're in a when they do that to a cop, they put him in a CIA black site essentially, but it's an open community. So I mean, that's why I said Holtzclaw could have fallen that far. So if you're a victim, they're gonna, be able to do something to you, and hopefully you don't commit a crime. So that's why that's the only thing, because I know how bad what they do is, and I don't, I don't know Holtzclaw, but I know he's probably been sexual. I mean, he's a football player, so there's again, you could be a holy roller and be real about it, but he could have been sexual. But when I start seeing witnesses kind of fuzzy in the mind, I know how the deep state cycle works. At a certain point, it wears off. So, you know, planning memories, like my ex-wife, they did that to her. The only thing that popped her out of it, the lady at the, what do they call that, at the divorce hearing, the child custody and the, you know, what do they call that, child support thing, said, I'll bring, you stop right there. You say, I'll bring somebody in here to witness this if you got something to say. And she says, no, I got nothing to say. I heard. From who? He's your husband. I heard from Slick Henry. Don't know what the hell he was doing in my house. Without a search warrant. I didn't let you in. 100%. Gosh darn, God ruined my kids. Ruined my kids. A deputy U.S. Marshal makes up a bullshit story about a computer stolen from a judge's chamber that I had nothing to do in no way, shape, or form. Don't even know if it was really stolen. He probably stole it. Runs his mouth around my wife and my kids, and next thing you know, my kids don't want to talk to me. Because I'm a deputy U.S. Marshal. You piece of shit! You fucking piece of shit! You fucking piece of shit! You fucking piece of shit! 10 and 12-year-old girls! Fucking piece of shit! You fucker! You fucking criminal! You fucking murderer! You fucking murderer! You killed John Luna! You piece of shit! You fuck! Didn't take my kids away. The fucking Marshal Service criminal psychological operators did. You pieces of fucking shit! Along with their buddies in the CIA. Yeah, check a vehicle out. Actually, two of them. They're stalking. I think they're stalking. I can't be sure if the one vehicle. The second vehicle is definite. The first vehicle. But that's all true. That's all true. The Marshal Service destroyed my home life and my family, along with the FBI and the CIA. Part of it is they're working for doctors that work for lawyers, because my wife was about to ruin one. So they have this whether you're in or out thing, and we were out because a doctor malpracticed on my wife. I had deputy U.S. Marshals going to my house, telling my wife bullshit, and you can see how bullshit it was. All it took was one custody hearing officer. That was the final one that we had, asking her to make that statement in front of someone else. And she said no. Because why? Because a deputy U.S. Marshal went into my fucking home and lied about shit. Under the guise of looking for a computer that was stolen from the judge's chambers. They fucking murdered Jonathan Luna the same fucking way. Fuck these bitches in here. They'll go to hell. They out there wheeling women to be slutty. They get told them they can't have boys. and use their witchcraft. And then they get them all pregnant here and have an abortion. They're like Satan, man, torturing people. Remember, I was being psychologically operated. My wife was, and my kids were. God told me, by the time you come back, they're going to have somebody in your parking spot. You mother. And remember, each piece of this is spycraft. I don't know who's part of it and who's not, but there is at least 75% of it was spycraft. Yeah. And it doesn't mean it was Cheney or where it was. They take how dare you investigate our how dare you sue our doctor? My kids were fine with what was that. No worry, fine. So that piece of shit walked into my home, my property, without a search warrant, and took advantage of a mentally ill mother and planted shit in her head. Of course, he's with the rest of you pieces of shit. You'll burn in hell, every last one of you. Have fun on this hellish planet you call Earth. Jesus, because you think Jesus is Satan. Stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do. Praise God.